Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're launching into the high-stakes world of precision-guided warfare with the Tomahawk cruise missile, the iconic subsonic powerhouse that's been a cornerstone of U.S. naval strike capabilities since its combat debut in 1991 during Operation Desert Storm, and continues to evolve as a versatile symbol of America's global power projection in contested seas from the Red Sea to the South China Sea. If you're a military tech enthusiast, a strategic analyst, or simply drawn to the engineering feats that pack a 550-pound warhead into a 20-foot-long, jet-powered marvel capable of navigating at 500 feet altitude, over 1,600 kilometers to hit targets with pinpoint accuracy, you're in for a thorough and thrilling exploration. The Tomahawk, affectionately known as TLAM for Tomahawk Land Attack Missile, isn't just another standoff weapon. It's a modular, all-weather cruise missile developed by Raytheon under the Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Laboratory, featuring terrain contour matching for low-level flight, digital scene-matching area correlator for terminal guidance, and variants like the Block 5 maritime-strike that can now hunt moving ships with active radar seekers, enabling it to evade air defenses like the S-400 while delivering devastating blows from ships, submarines, or even emerging ground launchers. From its first operational salvo of 122 missiles in Desert Storm to over 2,300 fired in conflicts from Iraq to Yemen, including 30 against Iranian nuclear sites in June 2025, this missile has matured through 5 major blocks, incorporating GPS jamming resistance, life-of-the-missile communication reprogramming, and a cost per shot, around $2 million that makes it a go-to for deep strike missions without risking pilots. We'll break down its extraordinary capabilities in exhaustive detail, provide a comprehensive technical overview grounded in the most recent upgrades, discuss its pivotal strategic role in U.S. and allied deterrence, incorporate some intriguing fun facts to amp up the narrative, and conclude with the latest factual developments as of October 22nd, 2025, including the Navy's massive seeker procurement and teases of transfers to Ukraine. So, strap in, lock and load, and let's fly low and fast for everything you need to know about the Tomahawk cruise missile. The Tomahawk's capabilities elevate it to the pinnacle of standoff precision munitions, engineered as a multi-role deep strike platform to dominate contested battle spaces with a lethal fusion of low observability, autonomous navigation, and modular payloads, allowing it to penetrate sophisticated integrated air defenses, maintain real-time target updates via two-way satellite links, and deliver warheads against fixed infrastructure, mobile naval threats, or hardened bunkers with a circular error probable under 10 meters, rivaling the Joint Direct Attack munition while offering greater standoff range for operations over theaters like the Western Pacific or Eastern Mediterranean. At its core, this missile excels in land attack supremacy, powered by a Williams International F107 turbofan engine, producing 610 pounds of thrust for a subsonic cruise speed of Mach 0.74, about 550 miles per hour, enabling efficient loiter times up to 2 hours and a maximum range exceeding 1,000 miles on internal JP-10 fuel, outpacing legacy systems like the AGM-86 ALCM in survivability thanks to its sea-skimming profile at 50 to 100 feet altitude that hugs terrain contours to evade radar horizons. Its low observable design stems from radar-absorbent materials on the composite airframe, a folding wingspan of 8.2 feet for compact vertical launch storage, and a pop-out air data sensor for in-flight adjustments, with the Block 5A variant's inertial navigation fused with GPS and DSMAC imaging, locking onto pre-programmed coordinates from distances up to 1,000 miles, while the Block 5B adds a unitary warhead for bunker-busting penetration, equivalent to 5,000 pounds of TNT. For maritime-strike, the Block 5 maritime-strike Tomahawk integrates an active radar seeker scanning up to 100 kilometers for surface targets, allowing mid-course retargeting against maneuvering ships like Chinese Type 055 destroyers, complemented by an infrared sensor for terminal homing that cues the 225-kilogram blast fragmentation warhead without emissions, all while the missile's digital autopilot handles pop-up maneuvers up to 5 G-forces for obstacle avoidance. The Tomahawk's electronic warfare suite, with digital radio frequency memory jammers, can spoof anti-air radars or decoy incoming interceptors during ingress, and its Block 5 life extension upgrades enable in-flight software patches via UHF links, extending service life to 30 years and allowing a single salvo to shift from coastal suppression to inland command center decapitation in dynamic scenarios like Houthi interdictions or Iranian proxy strikes. This multifaceted lethality makes the Tomahawk a true force enabler, capable of saturating defenses with networked salvos to clear paths for follow-on strikes, escorting carrier groups against anti-access threats, or conducting independent reconnaissance with optional sensor pods mapping at 1-meter resolution through weather, ensuring it remains the backbone of U.S. naval fire support well into the 2040s. To fully appreciate the Tomahawk's engineering mastery, let's examine its technical specifications and operational dynamics, as Raytheon's iterative design is a sophisticated synthesis of aerodynamics, avionics, and propulsion, yielding a missile that's as stealthy as it is surgical, measuring 20 feet in length, 0.83 feet in diameter, and weighing 3,300 pounds at launch, powered by the Williams F107WR102 turbofan, delivering 610 pounds of dry thrust for a thrust-to-weight ratio of 0.18 that sustains 1,000-mile dashes at 500 feet. The airframe's graphite epoxy composites with radar-absorbent coatings reduce signature by 90% over first-gen cruise missiles, while achieving a frontal radar cross-section under 0.1 square meters, thanks to blended wing body shaping, serpentine inlets shielding the engine face, and deployable grid fins for terminal precision, and the pop-out wings, spanning 8.2 feet, enhance lift for terrain following at 200 knots. Avionics are a highlight, featuring the Block 5 guidance suite with ring laser gyro inertial measurement unit, GPS anti-jam receivers, and DSMAC charge-coupled device cameras for scene matching at 100 knots ground speed, integrated with a data link terminal for ultra-high-frequency retargeting up to 200 kilometers out. And the warhead bay houses a 550-pound conventional unitary charge or submunitions dispenser for area denial, with external interfaces for ground launch adapters, adding up to 4 more in palletized configs for 16 total per launcher. The electronic countermeasures include radar warning receivers and chaff flare dispensers to counter threats like SA-20 interceptors. Operationally, the Tomahawk's flow is a seamless blend of autonomy and oversight. It launches from a Mark 41 vertical launch system on an Arleigh Burke destroyer, accelerates to cruise via solid fuel booster for 10 seconds. The guidance locks terrain data at 500 miles out. The autopilot slaves to a high-value target for warhead release from the ventral bay, then executes a terrain-hugging descent, while the DSMAC provides terminal correction, all in a 1,000-mile envelope that lets it strike from the Philippine Sea to Beijing's outskirts, making it a strategic asset for sea control in peer conflicts. The Tomahawk's strategic role is profoundly influential in U.S. military posture, serving as the linchpin of the Navy's over-the-horizon strike fleet to enforce sea denial and power projection in regional hotspots, particularly across the Taiwan Strait or Persian Gulf, where its long-range retargeting and anti-ship upgrades enable it to contest adversary carrier groups from beyond defensive envelopes, integrating with Aegis radars and E-2D Hawkeyes for kill webs that amplify limited salvos. As the Pentagon surges toward 5,000 Block 5s by 2030, it bolsters the distributed maritime operations concept, arming Virginia-class subs or Zumwalt destroyers for multi-axis barrages, while the Typhon ground launcher variant extends its reach to marine littoral regiments for island chain denial, and emerging allies like Japan and the Netherlands integrate it for collective deterrence. Fun fact, the Tomahawk's DSMAC can identify a target by matching infrared images to a library of over 18,000 scenes, achieving hits within 3 meters even at night. Another intriguing detail, its turbofan sips just 1 gallon of fuel per mile, allowing a single Ohio-class SSGN to unleash 154 in a ripple fire, lasting under 10 minutes. The latest developments as of October 22, 2025, have the Tomahawk program hitting stride with the U.S. Navy's authorization on October 6th for 837 maritime strike seekers from Raytheon through fiscal 2028. building on July's upgrade of 96 missiles and the Netherlands' May request for up to 200, amid production ramps to counter a 2-year depletion from Yemen ops where the Eisenhower Strike Group fired 135 since 2024. Just last week, on October 17th, President Trump met with Ukraine's Zelensky to discuss potential Tomahawk transfers via the Typhoon ground launcher, which could enable Kyiv to strike deep into Russia, though U.S. stocks remain tight at $2.5 million per missile. While on October 13th, Oshkosh unveiled its XMAV autonomous vehicle at AUSA 2025 as a mobile Tomahawk platform carrying 4 missiles without trailers, eyeing Marine Corps adoption. Challenges like seeker obsolescence persist, but with Japan slated for deliveries between fiscal 2025 and 2027 on 3 upgraded destroyers and Block 5B hard target warheads rolling out post-initial batches, the Tomahawk is solidifying U.S. dominance in cruise missile supremacy. The Tomahawk cruise missile is a sleek sentinel of standoff supremacy, blending range, precision, and adaptability to reshape modern naval warfare. What are your thoughts on the Tomahawk? Impressed by its 1,000-mile reach? Excited for Ukraine's potential deep strike edge? Or curious about its anti-ship hunter-killer upgrades? Share your insights in the comments below, give this video a like if it struck home for you, share it with your defense crew, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the weapons defining global security. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.